me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, it looks as if that crafty spy, Boris Badenov, is one up on our heroes, for he has managed to steal Bullwinkle from the Moon Men and has taken him to his lonely house on the hill, where the moose is putting his massive intellect to work on rediscovering his secret rocket fuel. All he's been able to make so far is a batch of chocolate pandauti, but its aroma caught the attention of his pal, Rocky. Rocky set out to find Bullwinkle, and for a while it seemed that Boris was actually helping him. But at the last minute, Rocky found that the signs had led him straight into a trap. For a while, Rocky was certainly going downhill fast, but a few seconds later, he was really going up in the world.
Farewell, you miserable rodent. Happy landings, right in middle of ocean.
And while the balloon took Rocky far out over the ocean, the unsuspecting Bullwinkle was still experimenting, only this time with real chemicals. And as Boris approached the lab...
You know, I think I had it for a second there.
Splendid. Now would you mind getting off my neck and back to work?
I must be working him too hard. He looks pooped.
But two famous scientists like Rocky and Bullwinkle couldn't disappear without somebody wondering what had happened, and it soon appeared that everybody did.
Read all about it! Bullwinkle disappears!
All police stations were notified.
This scientist has the following distinguishing marks: a small mole on his left shoulder blade, also a 6-foot pair of antlers.
The hunt for the missing moose went on in every state in the Union except one. When asked why, the governor replied,
"'Cause it ain't moose hunting season yet."
But in most places, the search went on doggedly, and probably the most eager searchers were the two Moon Men. Gidney and Cloyd wanted Bullwinkle as entertainment chairman of a party in their honor. Their methods were very simple. They just went from door to door where their appearance met with varying results.
I don't want any magazines, but I'd sure like to know what college you're working your way through.
Good heavens, is it trick-or-treat night already?
No brushes today, thanks.
It's not a brush, it's a mustache.
Hey, Mabel, looks like some more of your relatives again.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Gidley. Just one more house, Cloyd.
And Gidney's diligence was rewarded. That one more house belonged to Boris Badenov.
Zounds, it's those lunar loonies. They mustn't see me.
This is the last one, Gidney. My pods are killing me.
Down here, they call them feet.
Do you think we'll ever get to go to our party?
Oh, sure. I'll bet that Bullwinkle chap is getting things ready right now.
Party, eh? Natasha, come here quickly.
And a few moments later, Boris flung his door wide open.
Surprise, surprise. Come in, come in. We thought you'd never get here.
Welcome to Earth, darlings, and many happy returns.
Cloyd, it's a surprise party.
Surprised me, all right.
Here are the paper hats.
And the noisemakers.
Delightful. Nothing like noisemakers to pep up a party.
But those noisemakers were more deadly than delightful, for Bullwinkle's lab was in the room just overhead.
Must be fixing the street. Doggone, they don't make test tubes like they used to.
Now you just make yourselves at home while I make the punch. It's my own recipe.
Is it good?
Good. He's knockout.
And while Boris prepared a lethal potion for the Moon Men, the balloon carrying Rocky was in a terrible storm out over the Atlantic. Suddenly there was a searing bolt of lightning, an explosion, and the shattered balloon basket plummeted toward the angry ocean 10,000 feet below. Don't miss our next exciting episode, The Submarine Squirrel, or 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea.
It's time for
5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But
Ooh.
Now for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
All set for today's lesson, Junior?
Yeah, Pop.
And here it comes, right over the old plate. A monarch cannot hope to please everyone, Got it?
Oh, yeah, Pop.
And that brings us to our story, which is, how shall I put it?
A gasser?
The cat's meow. And it's all about... trouble here. You brought the wrong scroll, Junior. This one is in Sanskrit. Can't read Sanskrit, boy.
It's upside down, Pop.
It is... of course. Good eye, son. Yeah. Now, today we hear all about the lion and the mouse. The lion, you know, is the king of the beasts, monarch of all he surveys. Or at any rate he was, until one day...
Hey! Who did that?
I did.
Oh. Hey! Did you do that again?
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep right on doing it.
What for?
Because as a king of the beasts, you're a flop.
Oh.
Look at you. You're a mess. Look at that. Your hair's coming out by the handsful. And your teeth will be doing the same thing any day. Let me hear you roar. Just as I thought, only 30 feet. You win this shot. You're a disgrace.
What should I do?
What else? Abdicate.
Abdicate? What's that mean?
Roughly translated, it means get another job.
But the only thing I know is kinging.
Look, Simba, let's face it. Everybody knows that a king is supposed to be brave.
Hey, I got you there, Because when it comes to fear, I don't know the meaning of the word.
Is that so?
That is so.
We'll see about that. You see the big gorilla over there? See the gorilla? You go over and, kick him.
All right, you just watch this. Psst. Hey, listen, buddy. I'm going to play a joke on a friend. Here's the plan. I'm going to kick you just a little, see? But don't you get mad, 'cause I'm only kidding. See? Funny? Funny? Wait! No, please! Wait! I told you it was just a joke! It's a joke! Don't you get it?
Eh? He didn't hear you, fearless leader.
All right. Just give me one more chance. That's all. Just one.
Okay, but remember, you asked for it. Kings are supposed to be kind.
Stop right there. You have found the real me. I'm as kind as they come. Ooh, look. A tiny baby eagle has fallen from its nest.
Well, there's your chance to be kind. Take the baby eagle and return it to its nest.
Where is the nest?
Up there.
Up there? Wouldn't it be kinder to let him grow up here and fly back?
I thought you was that kind.
Determined to prove that he was not that kind, the lion picked up the baby eagle and started off to climb the mountain. The climb was a little difficult for him, but he finally reached the nest at the tip-top of the mountain.
There you go, little feller. I bet your mommy sure will be grateful to me. How's this?
Hey, that's one of the kindest acts I've ever seen. Oh, you sure surprised me.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised myself. Ooh.
Well, I guess that does it. Are you ready to admit that you're not fit to be a king?
Look here, Mouse. I may not be wise and all that other stuff, but I got one quality you have not touched upon. I am generous.
Big-hearted, huh?
I got a heart as big as all outdoors. Bigger.
Okay, here's your chance to prove it. Look.
Let's go home, Freddy. 2 months we've been out here, we still haven't been able to trap one lion.
I hate to go home empty-handed, Barney, but I guess you're right.
Well, are you really generous?
To a fault. Now, is this generous or is this generous?
Okay, you're generous. But of course you realize that now that you're leaving, you can no longer be king of the jungle.
I know, and boy, it's the smartest thing I ever done.
So we'll need another king right away.
Any suggestions?
Just one, Leo baby.
Yes, sirree, Bob. In 2 minutes, the animals had a new king, and in 3 minutes, he was in trouble, too.
You lazy lout, you quit the slobbing around, you get back to work right away, you hear me?
And so from that time on, it was bim, bang, boom for the poor mouse of a king. He never had another peaceful day. Pretty meaningful, huh?
Oh, yeah, Pop. The moral of the story is...
Yeah, go ahead, boy.
If you're gonna be king, you gotta expect to get crowned.
Gotta be expected. You're a good boy, Junior.
Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat.
I take a 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Last time you remember, Boris Badenov had captured Rocky and set him adrift in a balloon. The balloon was struck by lightning and plummeted down toward the ocean thousands of feet below. As the balloon fell, the plucky squirrel managed to work his way out of the basket and, spreading his arms and legs, began to glide toward the distant shore miles away.
Boy, I hope I can stretch my glide that far.
Unfortunately, at that moment, Rocky was being picked up by the radar antennas of the Air Defense Headquarters.
General Broadbeam, sir, we've spotted a flying object headed straight for us.
What kind of object?
Well, sir, it appears to be a squirrel.
A what?
Yes, sir.
Probably a secret missile we don't know about. Well, we can't take chances. Shoot it down.
And within seconds, huge batteries of weapons were leveled at Rocky and commenced fire.
Holy smoke! They think I'm an enemy. Hey! Cut it out! I'm friendly! Look! I'm smiling! Oh, if there were just some way I could tell them who I am.
Then the brainy squirrel got an idea and began to fly in a special pattern.
Look, General, the object is spelling something out.
Sure enough, the wily Rocky was using the smoke from the ack-ack burst to spell out letters, a kind of polka dot skywriting.
What's it say, General?
U.S. Cease firing! Don't harm a hair of his head. That is a U.S. taxpayer. We need every one of them we can get.
So Rocky continued gliding toward the shore, this time with an honor escort of jet planes. Meanwhile, at Boris's house, the spy was pretending to throw a party in honor of the Moon Men, complete with paper hats and noisemakers, while Bullwinkle worked in the room above.
Mind if I join you?
In a corner of the room, Boris, who was really anxious to get rid of the Moon Men, was mixing up a bucket full of Mickey Fins.
Oh, goody! Punch!
Boris, if Moose ever drinks that, he will be asleep for weeks.
And we won't get formula from him.
Well, here's looking up your ancestors.
At that moment, Rocky and his escort were flying just a few hundred feet above the house.
I can make it now, fellas. Thanks a lot.
And the squirrel headed down for Boris's hideout.
Wait, a toast.
Oh, sure.
Gentlemen, the Queen.
You said it.
No. Now we must break glasses.
But we ain't drunk the toast yet.
In my country, you break glasses before you drink toast.
Well, if you say so. But people must get pretty thirsty where you live. Now, I'd like to give a toast.
Of course.
Well, here's the crime.
To crime?
Of course, that was a toast that Boris and Natasha had to drink. The results were immediate.
Hey, she's gone to sleep.
You fellas don't feel sleepy?
Nope.
Not even little bitsy bit?
Nope. That punch sort of peps you up.
Nighty-night.
And Boris joined Natasha in deep slumber.
Party droopers.
At that moment, Rocky appeared at the open window.
Bullwinkle, there you are.
Where else? Hiya, Rocky.
Come on, we gotta go back. Everybody's looking for you.
Oh, that's nice of them. Okay, let's go.
Come on, Moon Man.
Our friends started back, but just as they left the house, heavy hands fell on their shoulders and a very official voice boomed.
You are under arrest by order of the United States government.
Our heroes under arrest? Whatever for? Be sure to see our next episode, The Bars and Stripes Forever.
And now, here with an unlimited supply of misinformation is Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, Inquesters out there. Today I shall instruct you on how to cook a turkey's goose. The first step in cooking a turkey is to preheat the oven to 6,000 degrees.
Don't you think that's awfully hot?
Only for the turkey. Now, while the oven is preheating, we go out in search of a turkey. There are many ways of snaring a turkey, the most surefire of which is to shake some paprika on his nose. This not only stops him from taking flight, but clears up the sinuses as well. The second surefire way is to utilize the turkey in the straw trap. This consists of a deep pit covered with a straw mat. We sprinkle turkey seeds on the mat. The turkey comes after the seeds, steps on the mat, and walks off into the forest. Perhaps the turkey does not weigh enough. But the moose does. The third surefire method of catching a turkey is the last and never fails. Mr. Butcher, let me have a turkey, please. And now all that remains is to cook the bird in the preheated oven.
But Mr. Know-It-All, I still think the oven at 6,000 degrees is too hot.
It couldn't be. I haven't lit it yet. So, taking a match, I walk into the kitchen and...
Well, thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
You're welcome down there!
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
At the close of the 19th century, Canada was overrun with Canadians and smugglers. The best Canadian, but the worst smuggler was Snidely Whiplash. Whiplash and his band of smugglers were traveling through Canada as a band of musicians. Unfortunately, his music was very bad.
Of course it's bad. Not only are my boys tone deaf, but their instruments are filled with stolen furs.
Yes, that was how the arch-criminal smuggled furs out of Canada. But like all lawbreakers, he had yet to reckon with the mounted police. You are looking at the pride of that noble force, our hero, Dudley Do-Right. And this is Dudley Do-Right's horse. The apple of Dudley's eye was the beautiful yet unpredictable Nell Fenwick. Dudley loved Nell. Unfortunately, she loved his horse.
But, Nell, why won't you marry me?
Because you are too good, Dudley.
For you, Nell, I would rotten up.
The Mountie post was under the command of Inspector Fenwick, Nell's father.
Send Constable Do-Right in here and tell him to hurry.
You sent for me, sir?
Yes, I did, Do-Right. Snidely Whiplash is attempting to smuggle furs over the border into the United States. I shall need an undercover man to join him and expose his evil plan.
Let's send Nell, sir.
My daughter, no, Do-Right. We have to send a Mountie.
Then you go, sir.
I have to watch the store. You're the man, Do-Right.
But, Inspector, my reputation, Whiplash would never let me join him.
Yes, your record is spotless. We shall have to dirty it somewhat. Here's my plan. You shall commit a disgraceful act, get thrown out of the service, and become a bad guy.
Thus it was that 1 hour later, Constable Dudley Do-Right, the man who could do no wrong, set fire to the Alberta Hotel.
Do-Right, are you responsible for this Holocaust?
Why, yes, I am.
Well, congratulations, my boy. This hotel was condemned last year, and we've been wondering how to tear it down. You'll be decorated for this.
Do right, you idiot. Don't do right, do wrong.
Somebody blew up the dam! Would you mind holding this plunger until the police get here and arrest me?
Constable Do-Right has already admitted that it was he who dynamited the dam. Yes, in one brilliant stroke, the problem of irrigating our valley has been solved.
Do-Right, have you ever been assassinated?
But, Inspector, I have been trying.
Well, then don't try.
And that did the trick. At mess that evening, Dudley ate his peas with a knife, something no Mountie would ever do, and consequently was drummed out of the service with a dishonorable discharge.
Do-Right, you're a disgrace to your underwear. Good work, my boy. Now join up with Snidely Whiplash.
Farewell, Nell. Perhaps we'll meet again.
But, Dudley, why must your horse go with you? After all, you ate the peas.
Yes, but with his knife. Adios, Nell.
1 week later, in a border town ballroom...
So you're a musician, eh?
Yes.
Can you read music?
No.
You're hired.
Dudley brought out an alpine horn and proceeded to captivate the audience. But during the 33rd chorus of Wabash Cannonball, the tuba player started spraying furs all over the bandstand.
Whiplash, the jig is up. You are under arrest. Drop that tuba.
And the tuba player did, on Dudley.
In exactly 5 minutes, Do-Right, my men, the furs, and I will be safely across the border. You too will be crossing the border at a much higher altitude.
4 minutes and 59 seconds later, Snidely Whiplash and his men were about to set foot across the border when...
Halt! You are under arrest!
Egad, Do-Right, how did you escape?
I didn't, Whiplash. There are two of us. The one you left tied up back there in the shack was my horse, in a Dudley suit. And here he comes now! Good work, horse.
Good work, Do-Right. You not only saved the furs and captured the smugglers, but you got their ringleader, Snidely Whiplash.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Snidely, how did you escape?
There are two of us.
Have you got your horse's knife on you, Do-Right?
Yes, sir.
Then go eat peas. You've got to do it all over again.
Let's send Nell, sir.
We can't. She's not a mountie.
Then you go.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, that make-believe party that Boris was throwing at his house for the Moon Men developed some unexpected complications. In the first place, after Boris went to all the trouble of mixing up a bucket of Mickey Fins, Bullwinkle gave the wrong toast.
Well, here's the crime.
And Boris and Natasha had to drink their own sleeping potion. After that, the gathering broke up rather quickly.
Party droopers.
Then Rocky arrived and convinced Bullwinkle that he ought to return to his own laboratory. But as our friends left the house...
You're under arrest by order of the United States government.
What for?
We have information there are two spies here.
Spies? Who could that be?
Pardon my pointing, but it looks like you two. Grab 'em.
But as the special agent grabbed Gidney, Cloyd leveled his scrooch gun, and the agent was instantly frozen solid.
Wait a minute, they're not spies. They're visitors from the moon.
The moon? Well, that's a job for State Department. But what about those two? They look suspicious.
Sir, you are speaking of our hosts.
Oh, I'm sure they're all right.
They're just a little punchy is all.
Come on, Bullwinkle, we gotta get back to the lab.
But what about up the creek here? We can't just leave him.
Oh, he'll be all right. How long did you scrooch him for, Clyde? Only 50 years.
50 years?
Kind of a long wait, ain't it?
What'll we do?
Hey, I got an idea. Listen.
And so the next day there was a special ceremony held in the front of the National Security Building to dedicate a statue of Virus T. Updecreek, the first special agent to be scrooched in the line of duty. Very few people knew that the statue was really Updecreek himself, with a coat of white paint to keep him in good condition until he became unscrooched 50 years later. And of course, the real stars of the occasion were the Moon Men. Everybody wanted to look at them.
Oh, they're cute.
And in the next few days, the whole country went moon mad. Women immediately adopted the Moon Man look. Beauty shops specialized in Moon Man hairdos. Pointed heads were all the rage. Gidney and Cloyd were given the key to the city.
Delicious.
They even made television commercials.
And this is what the Moon Men look like after only 6 weeks at Dick Fanny's.
Yeah, we used to look like this.
Never have so many been so curious about so few. And pretty soon the pace began to tell on Gidney and Cloyd. They couldn't even eat a meal in peace.
Hello, Kirk.
Hello, Marilyn.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Carrie.
Hello, Marlin.
Hello, Roger.
Hello, Sophia.
Hello, Gidney.
Hello, Clyde. Oh, this has gone far enough.
And so one night Rocky and Bullwinkle heard a knock on their door.
Come in. Why, it's the Moon Men. How do you like it here on Earth so far?
It's so wonderful we can't stand it anymore.
Look, I've got circles under my circles.
And from shaking so many hands, look, sagging fingers.
So we've got to leave now.
Well, toodaloo.
You don't understand. When I say we, I mean all of we. You too.
Us? How come?
Well, we can't just leave you here to discover the rocket fuel, you know.
But I was just now sending out my laundry. Oh, well, I guess they can forward it.
Quickly now.
And the two Moon Men marched our friends to the field where they had hidden their strange spacecraft.
Get in.
I don't suppose we could pay now and fly later.
In.
I didn't think so.
The door slammed shut, and with an unearthly sound, the spaceship with our heroes aboard zoomed straight up. Its destination, the moon. Don't fail to see our next episode, Hello Out There, or There's No Place Like Space.
Greetings, culture crowd. Today's poem is an old Greek classic called The Horn. I translate. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep...
Hold it, hold it.
What?
I forgot my music. Okay, let's go.
That's kind of a big horn, ain't it?
It's a big part.
Oh. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow. The cow's in the corn.
Boy, that's hard work.
Oh, where is the boy who looks after the sheep?
Don't ask me. I'm a musician myself.
He's under a haystack fast asleep is where, doggone it.
Why'd you call this poem The Horn anyway?
'Cause obviously that's what the little boy blew.